7 weeks. And basically, nuclear medicine department actually deals with unsealed radioactive sources for diagnosis and treatment of patients. So for diagnosis, we have the SPECT CT and SPECT gamma camera, while for therapeutic, we have the PET CT and cyclotron. I've also learned about internal dosimetry, which takes into account the biological factors such as the bone marrow. Okay, so basically for SPECT CT and SPECT, we did the daily QC every morning in order to ensure that the machine works well before treatment starts. Okay, we also did the ward clearance for iodine 131 patients. So after the patients already take up the iodine 131, the patient need to stay in their own isolation room before they are scanning using SPECT CT and SPECT gamma camera. Okay, we also learned about linen waste management and also the waste management. We also did a cyclotron visit for the production of F18. So PET CT scan uses F18 as the radioactive sources. Okay, next we also did an experiment on decontamination of iodine 131 at ward using cornstarch. The decay tank, which is a temporary tank to store the radioactive waste. Okay, we also learned about sentinel lymph node mapping to determine the presence of the cancer cells. Okay, as for radiology, I was assigned to radiology department for 6 weeks. Okay, radiology department has like 6 modalities, which are 2 general x-rays, 2 mobile x-rays, angiography, CT scanner, MRI, and also ultrasound machine. I observe cases for these modalities in order to enhance my knowledge in the modalities. In order to apply the radiation protection principle, I've also learned about the specifications of the room, because they are designed, specially built for X-ray radiation. Also did the shielding test for lead gowns and thyroid shield using angiography and see how they detect the defects on the lead gowns and also the thyroid shield. Okay, I've also learned about QC test for general X-ray and did the luminance test for the viewing box. Okay, I've also experienced to see how they did the X-ray scanning at the wards or ICU, since using the mobile X-ray, because they are specially for bedridden patients. Other than that, I've also observed the ppm of CT scanner. During my 6 weeks internship at radiology department, I've observed that the role of medical physicists in radiology department actually comprises of responsibility for the quality of the diagnostic images, the radiation safety of the equipment and also the workers, and the supervision of the techniques used by the radiographers. Medical physicists also provides a patient dose audit in order to see the optimization of the dose received by the patients after they receive their treatment. Okay, medical physics is also involved in the testing and commissioning of new modalities or TNC to ensure that the equipment actually meets the requirements set by the vendor. Okay, at radiotherapy, there are 2 services offered to the patients, which are brachytherapy and also teletherapy or external beam radiotherapy or EBRT. In external beam radiotherapy, there are basically 2 types of techniques used in EBRT, which are 3D conformal and also intensity modulated radiotherapy or IMRT. So the 3D is that the multi-leaf collimator or the MLC conform and do not move as the gantry moves, while for IMRT, the MLC moves together with the gantry to further conform the treatment sites. So I've also learned how to arrange the contouring regions and also the OARs based on their characteristics. For brachytherapy, I've learned to do planning for patients and see the daily QC of the brachytherapy, in which we did every morning. So I've also learned that there are 4 types of applicator insertion, which are the 2D Dobbies, 2D Fulgini, 2D pair ovoids, and also 3D Fulgini. I also get the chance to go into the operation theatre and see the live insertion of applicator by the surgeons and how to remove them by the radiographer. Okay, there are 5 workstations at radiotherapy, which are Zio, Monaco, Eclipse, Tomo, and also iPlan. Okay, so there are 2 types of planning, which are the forward planning and also the inverse planning. Okay, what is forward planning? Forward planning is basically we give the parameter and the machine will automatically calculate the dose, while for inverse planning we actually constrain the dose. We give the ISO constraint, and then the system will generate the parameters to the plan. Okay, I've also learned about the QA machines for the LINAC. Okay, why do we need the QA machine? In order to assure that the machine characteristics do not deviate significantly from their baseline values acquired during at the time of TNC, which is the testing and commissioning.